If you're a business owner, you already know how painful outsourcing YouTube scripts can be. You have garbage freelancers, overpriced agencies, and you waste hours every script fixing everything yourself. Now, for context, I run a YouTube script writing agency, so I've written over 1,000 YouTube scripts and I've hired and trained hundreds of writers at this point. So I've seen every mistake and I know how to fix it. So in this video, I'll show you how to automate your entire script writing process so you save 5 to 10 hours every week while getting scripts that actually sound like you and generate sales. But first, let's talk about a common mistake business owners make when hiring a scriptwriter for their YouTube channel. And here's a simple way that I can explain it. So people always argue how much a football coach matters. And honestly, you could say this about any sport, whether it's American football or basketball. It's the same concept. And when it comes to football, when you look at someone like Pep Guardiola, he's won a ridiculous number of titles and trophies and is considered the greatest coach of all time. Now, a great coach can take a decent team and beat a stronger one if the other side has bad tactics. And that's exactly how I want you to think about your scriptwriters. They're like coaches who control the outcome of your script. But let's imagine you put Pep in charge of a Sunday League pub team with Barry the bartender as the striker and the goalkeeper is the guy who goes for a smoke outside every 10 minutes. And the team he is facing has your grandma as the coach. She doesn't know tactics and she's knitting during the match, but she's managing Real Madrid. And her players are so good that she wins anyways. This is the same when it comes to outsourcing your YouTube scripts. You can hire an amazing writer, but if you don't give them anything to work with, they're not going to write a script that sounds like you or generates leads for your business. That's why I give my writers a repeatable system that's so dialed in that even a beginner can write at an expert level. It's the same way McDonald's can hire a teenager to run a whole franchise. It's because everything is systematized. And I'll break down exactly what I give my team later in this video. But if you want help building a script writing system that gets you ready to record scripts without you touching a Google Doc, then click the link in the description to work with me directly. I can only take on a few people at a time, so lock in your spots before it fills. But if you want to get scripts made consistently, even if writers come and go, then you have to do what I'm about to tell you. So I used to rewrite every single script myself, but now on my Luke Parlay channel, my team writes the scripts and I don't even check them, and the videos still go live exactly how I want. As you can see, the channel has grown to over 4,000 subscribers and is still getting over 3,300 views every 48 hours. But to get to this point, I made a lot of mistakes. I once hired an editor who was insanely good, but one day he asked me for more money and I couldn't pay him at the time, so he left. And when he left, my whole video process fell apart. That's when I learned that if you build everything around one superstar, the moment they leave, your whole operation collapses. And it's the same with scriptwriters. So you need to build a system any writer can follow so the quality stays the same no matter who joins or leaves. So here's how you can do that. First, you need clear SOPs. These are step-by-step instructions for how every script gets made. I even have a full video where I write a script from scratch and it's like 2 or 3 hours long and every writer watches it so they can see the exact process I follow. Next, you want to give your writer a simple training guide. This is something they can follow from day one, so you're not explaining the same things over and over again. But here's the part most business owners mess up, including me at the start. So I used to hire writers and I could never understand why they didn't go through the training. They just wouldn't do it. Now, it took me a while, but I eventually realized why. Because think about it from the writer's perspective. Why would they watch hours of training for no pay when they don't even know that they'll be working with you long term? So now I pay my writers hourly to complete the training, and they track their time inside of Clockify, and the difference is crazy. When you pay them, they're now incentivized to actually go through every step properly. And with the system set up, any writer can plug in, follow the steps, and produce the same level of work every single time. But how is it that some tiny YouTube channels do everything wrong and they still blow up while others upload for years and they get nothing? As you can see here with William Brown, he just uploads unplanned videos of him drinking coffee and chatting about business. There's no editing, there's no scripting, but he's managed to make $446,000 per month from YouTube. Now, even though he's breaking all the rules, the truth is he's still hitting one part of creating content that matters the most for YouTube, and most business owners overlook this thing. Now, for those of you who don't know me, a while back I worked with a guy called Oscar Owen, and he started a brand new YouTube channel teaching people how to grow on YouTube. And his channel took off within the first few videos, and now he's sitting at 30,000 subscribers. Now, here's what most people don't know. He didn't just come out of nowhere. Oscar already had another YouTube channel with 1.5 million subscribers, so he was a true expert in his niche. He understood his market on a deep level when it came to YouTube growth. And so everything from the problems, the goals, the exact language his viewers use allowed him to post videos. And we actually worked on one video together, this one right here, that blew up, getting over 220,000 views. And this goes back to an idea from Eugene Schwartz, who's one of the best copywriters ever. And he said that the most important part of copywriting isn't the writing, it's understanding the customer. And it's the same on YouTube. When it comes to YouTube videos, specific language always beats clever language. Real experience beats generic fluff, and you only get that when the writer knows exactly who they're writing for. This is why I give my writers 3 things: a clear audience avatar, my niche knowledge, and a content bank full of my real stories and examples. If they don't have that, then the script will always sound generic, like AI or ChatGPT wrote it. But if you want a script system that brings in warm leads and sales, even when you're busy running the business, then click the link in the description and apply to work with me. I can only take on a few clients at a time, so grab your spot while it's open. But even if you systematize everything the right way, there's still one hidden mistake that can stop you from fully leaving the scripting process. And I wasted hours on scripts when I really didn't have to. But once I started implementing this new technique, this AI run YouTube channel right here managed to close a $500 per month software sale, as you can see right here, without me touching the script at all. But let me explain how you can do this with a quick story. So for a long time, I checked every single script, I read every line, and I fixed tiny things that no one else even cared about. I always wanted full control, and if you're a business owner, you probably get this. We build everything ourselves at the start, and we rely on nobody, and that mindset helps us early on, but it also creates a problem. It makes us feel like we have to control every single detail or everything will fall apart, but that became a problem because I stayed stuck in the daily grind and I couldn't grow because I was too busy nitpicking everything. So one day I tried something new. I told my writer, "You'll handle all of it. I'll only look at the videos after they're posted." And here's the crazy part. Nothing got worse. The videos kept strong retention, they made sales, and some even did better than before when I was writing them myself. Like just looking at one of the recent videos we did on the channel, it has a 53% average view percentage, which is insane. And that's when I learned that my idea of what was good wasn't necessarily objectively better. So even though it's hard, you have to let go of perfectionism. But how do you actually do that? Well, step 1 is to give one person ownership of the whole scripting process. This means that they are responsible for the results as well. Which takes us to step 2, which is to look at the numbers and KPIs. This way, you're judging the script quality by data, not your feelings. Now, you might be thinking, but my writers, they don't care as much as I do. And that's true, so you need to give them a reason to care. That's why step 3 is to add bonuses or profit share when the video performs well. This lines up your goals and the writer's goals, because if the channel grows, they make more money too. But if they're paid per script instead, then they just want to get the script done as fast as possible and not actually make it better. So the 3 steps to automate the scripting process are ownership, KPIs, and incentives. Now, earlier I talked about how you should be making guides for your writing team, but the problem is, if you don't know how to actually write a good script in the first place, then how do you know what to tell your team? Well, check out this video next to learn the sneaky YouTube script writing mistakes that are killing your sales. I'll put it up on the screen for you to click and watch next.